welcome back for Game 2 of this doubleheader between the Tampa Spartans and the Rollins College Stars. Here are the lineups for Game 2. First for the visitors from Tampa, leading off playing left field number 8, Lauren Fantone. Batting second, the center fielder number 3, Lily Keister. Batting third, the right fielder number 21, Mariah Galehouse. Batting cleanup is the third baseman number 33, Alexa Russo. Batting fifth is the first baseman number 13, Abby Solt. Batting sixth is the catcher number 18, Kenna Kreidler. Batting seventh is the designated player number 7, Kate DeSimone. Batting eighth is the shortstop number 17, McKenna DiMartino. And rounding out the lineup is the second baseman number 20, Katie Reynolds. In the circle for the Spartans this game is number 19, Gwen McGinnis. And now for the Tars. Leading up playing right field number 1, Bree Parentoni. Batting second is the second baseman number 14, Bree Michelli. Batting third is the catcher number 33, Maddie Carr. Batting cleanup is the designated player number 18, Jaden Walker. Batting fifth is the third baseman number 16, Brooke Dyson. Batting sixth is the first baseman number 10, Cambry Todd. Batting seventh is the shortstop number 21, Grace Germer. Batting eighth is the center fielder number 25, Jenna Borky. And rounding out the lineup for the Tars is the left fielder number 2, Kaylee Redmond. In the circle for Game 2 for the Tars, number 28, Camila Leon Blanco.
Testing, testing, 1, 2.
Welcome back to the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. I'm Mike Shepard alongside my partner today for Game 2, Ben Weiss here, and we are at Martin Luther King Jr. Ballpark here in sunny Winter Park, Florida for Game 2 of a two-game doubleheader between the visiting University Tampa Spartans and your Rollins Tars. Now the Spartans come in today having won the first two games in this series, and they are also the number 2 ranked team in the nation. Tars have put up a major fight with them over these first two games. Game 1 of today's doubleheader ended up 6-2, which is not indicative of the way that the Tars played here today. Ben, what has been the biggest factor in what the Spartans have been able to do this season?
Well, yes, Shep, really it all comes down to the pitching first off, with Mariah Galehouse having a .52 ERA going into the first game of the series today, as well as the team in general just having an opponent ERA of .97, just under 1. So straight up, they're just not giving up a lot of runs, not giving up a lot of hits. They're just pitching really well right now.
Pitching is one of the most important factors of the game. You have to support that good pitching with run support. In this first game, we saw something extraordinary happen. We saw, what did we see from their pitcher in this first game?
So what we saw was 7 innings of one run ball, as well as hitting a home run to really split the game open at the bottom of the ninth, at the top of the ninth, excuse me.
Pitching and helping her own cause, Galehouse did. And that was 4 RBIs in that first game for her, which turned out to be the difference in the scoring. Now, the Tars still have their hopes alive for the NCAA tournament to be able to get into that regional play. Either the top 3 or top 4 teams from the Sunshine State Conference will make it there. And it's all going to depend on what other teams in this southern region are doing. But the Tars right now have to put together something that's going to give them that momentum going into the last series, last few games of this season. But even more importantly right now, they have to focus on what they're going to do in Game 2 against this powerhouse University of Tampa Spartans team. Who do they need to turn to right now to really, really get that job done, Ben?
With really right now, it really comes down to their main starters. For example, Bree Parentoni, Brooke Tyson, really their main starters all season. They really just have to, when there's runners on, you got to score. A lot happened in the first game when there was runners on. They couldn't get the runs in. And against this University of Tampa team, you need to score as many runs as you can to put up a fight.
Well, it's going to be critical right now. I'm looking forward to it. I had the pleasure of coming in about halfway through that last game here earlier today, and the environment was electrifying. I mean, a lot of University of Tampa fans have made the journey here to Winter Park to see their team face this Rollins Tars team, but the Rollins teams and fan support is through the roof right now. It's senior day. This is the last time that we're going to get a chance to see a lot of these seniors do their thing, and it is a real feeling in the air as we get ready for this first pitch of the critical nature of today's ball game.
Up to bat for the University of Tampa is Lauren Fantone. Fantone going 2 for 4 in the first game of the matchup.
And the game is underway here. And Fantone looks at a first pitch strike as the Tars get set here in the third game of this series against the University of Tampa. Leon Blanco on the mound for the Tars.
Yes, Shep, trying to avoid the 3-game sweep.
And we've seen her quite a bit this season, and she has been tremendous. Camilla Leon Blanco, the freshman from Longwood, Florida, Lake Mary High School, about 11 miles up the road, and she throws strike 2 in there, getting ahead in the count against Fantone. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
For Leon Blanco, she actually pitched in the last 2 innings of the first game of the doubleheader, so we'll see if that arm's still fresh for this game coming up.
Well, we've seen her do that several times this season, and again, in the outings that I've had a chance to experience with Camilla Leon Blanco, she has been tremendous on the mound. The pride of Seminole County, Florida, right here up the street from her home, playing for these Tars and looking to get a big victory today over the University of Tampa as we see that one flown out into center field, and that is taken care of by Jenna Borky for out number 1.
Shep, if you're University of Tampa, what are you telling to your players about going into this last game of the series?
Well, right now, University of Tampa players, you know, they're locked in. You're holding a 3-loss season right now. You're just protecting your momentum at this point. You're looking to really, really do the things that you've done to get you to this point. You're going to lean on your pitching like you talked about pregame as we see ball 1 to Lily Keister as she steps in. When you talk about a team that has really, really, you know, been of power and impact the entire season, but leaned on quality pitching to help get them there. And if you're the University of Tampa, you don't want to do anything different. You fought this team hard over these first 2 games as Keister looks at ball 2 coming in high through the zone. You know, in this game right here, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. Keister last game went 3 for 4 with a double and 2 singles.
2 balls, no strikes now. As there's a shot down to Brooke Tyson, and what a scoop right there on the short hop by Tyson and over to first for the second out of the inning. An amazing play. We'll just jump around the around the infield here. It'll be Cambry Todd at first base, Bree Michelli at second. Germer will be at shortstop here, getting the start at shortstop for game 2, and Brooke Tyson over at third. Leon Blanco on the mound. Maddie Carr, behind the plate. And from left field to right field, it'll be Zaradnik, Borky, and Parentino.
Up for the University of Tampa is actually the starting
Parentoni,
pitcher
rather. I'm sorry, excuse me.
from the last game, Maria Galhouse, who went 1 for 3, but with one home run that really took this game out of reach.
And 1 ball, 1 strike now here, the count. And this is Maria Galhouse, and we spoke about her contributions in that first game, pitching the full 7 innings in regulation, and then having a powerhouse bomb to really put that game away.
Yeah, she really helped her cause, scoring 4 out of the 6 RBIs for the Spartans.
And she's ahead in the count now, 3 balls, 1 strike. Now with Camila Leon Blanco being very careful with the way that she's approaching her right now. We already know what kind of damage she can do. And there's a strike on the inside corner to bring the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
You can see the wind's actually moving to the right side of the field. Very windy, yet still sunny day here in Winter Park, Florida. Beautiful day for some softball.
Beautiful ballpark, beautiful day for action. And there's a shot down the line, just foul. Foul ball. Took a second for that to be called foul, and Galhouse was halfway around first base and headed to second before that play was blown dead.
Just a tad bit early. Galhouse from Spring Hill, Florida.
And strike 3 called, and that's going to be it for the inning as Camila Leon Blanco throws a gem of an inside pitch to end the inning. Beautiful placement on that pitch. You'll see it here on the inside. And I mean, that thing was a picture-perfect strike 3 called to end the inning and retire a seriously strong batter and Galhouse. Just an update, bottom of the 7th in Tars men's baseball action over in Tampa. The Tars currently trail the ¡1 team in the nation 9-4, 9-5 now. They just put a run up on the board, and the Tars are at bat. 9-5 the score there in the bottom of the 7th. We're just underway here for game 3 of this series, second game of the doubleheader today, but game 3 of this series between the University of Tampa and Rollins College softball program. So both teams facing both teams facing the Spartans today. And it'll be Bree Parentoni, Bree Michelli, and Maddie Carr starting it off for the Tars here.
Parentoni in the first game of the doubleheader went 1 for 4 with a single in the first inning.
Bree steps in, tremendous slap hitter, a lot of speed, and there's a shot, and they had her played perfectly as the left fielder.
Shep, that's why we have scouting reports.
That's right. Lauren Fantone barely moved 2 steps to make that first out as she had the scouting report down to a science, and Bree Michelli steps in now and looks at ball 1.
Michelli in the first game of the doubleheader went 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Hoping to get hard contact with the bat going into this last game of the series.
And 2 balls now, no strikes. Michelli ahead in the count. And sends that one right back up the middle for the first base hit of the game. And an excellent job of hitting right there by Michelli as she reaches first with 1 out. Just to take a trip around the infield defensively for the Spartans, it'll be Solt at first, Reynolds at second base, DiMartino at short, and Russo at third. Gwen Gwen McGinnis is on the mound with Kenna Creedler behind the plate. Left field, we talked about her earlier at the plate. That is Lauren Fantone. In center field, you have Lily Keister. And over in right field is Mariah Galhouse. And now at the plate for the Tars, number 33, Maddie Carr. And Maddie fouls that one off down the line, out of reach of Galhouse. She'll come back to the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Carr going 0 for 3 in the first game of the matchup. Really trying to put some balls in play, make harder contact, trying to get more players on base, score more runs.
And the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3 and the second out of the inning. So Carr goes down swinging. She had a healthy cut at that one, Ben.
Yes, she did. She really did. And with a lot of these Tampa pitchers I've noticed today, they throw very, very fast, which makes the off-speed very deceptive and very hard to see, excuse me.
Well, Jaden Walker steps in and pops that one over to right field. It floats into foul territory, but is handled nonetheless by Galhouse, and that will conclude this first inning. 1 left on for the Tars, nothing doing in the bottom of the first. And we'll move to the top of the second here with your score is 0-0, just underway at Martin Luther King Jr. Ballpark here in Winter Park, Florida. I'm Mike Shepard, Ben Weiss with me here, Sunshine State Conference Digital Network production. And Ben, in that first inning, we saw the Tars pitching come out, keep the Spartans from getting on the base pads. Tars are able to get a runner, but right after that is shut down.
Yes, what I've noticed between this game already compared to the first game is that Rollins College Tars, they're really swinging early. They're really trying to get runners on fast and get runs in.
Well, when you're in a situation when you're facing such an elite pitching squad like this University of Tampa team, those early pitches in the batting lineup are extremely important. The longer that at-bat goes, most times that becomes advantageous for the batter. But when you're talking about a team who has a pitching staff a total team ERA under 1, then the longer that at-bat goes, then the more advantageous that's going to play out for their pitchers.
Yes, it's very true. No matter what, even if you're not getting hits off of them, the more pitches you rack up, the easier it gets for them to get pulled out of the game. But really, when it comes to University of Tampa, it's all about pitching, and that leads to hitting. Especially when you don't give up a lot of runs. You only need 1 or 2 runs to win a game.
Well, Ben, you're going to take over the play-by-play for this second inning, and I'm happy to work with you here. Got your back on any of the stats that you need thrown out there.
Up to bat for University of Tampa is Alexa Russo, who hit a nuke in the first game of this doubleheader, deep in the center field. She went 3 for 5 in the first game.
Russo, who was 0 for 3 in the first game, going 3 for 5. She really bounced back with that.
Yeah. Yes. Excuse me. Pitch just a bit outside. 2-0 count. Top of the second. Alexa Russo from Tampa, Florida, so she's right at home at University of Tampa. Blanco with the 2-1 pitch. Pops it up right above us.
Knew that was coming. Had to prepare myself mentally for it, as did the rest of the fans here. The loud bang from a fouled off softball, and everybody took it in stride, including the puppies over here to our left. This Tampa team, man, they are just extraordinary in every aspect of the game, man.
Just a tad outside. In the first game, the umpire really favored the outside corners when it comes to the strike zone. Already a difference here. full count for Alexa Russo.
Umpires have flip-flop responsibilities for this second game.
And Shep, what I noticed about this University of Tampa team is that they really fight with their at-bats. 0-2 count, 3-2 count, they always fight. It's always a 6-7 pitch at-bat, never just quick at-bats. It's always harder on the pitcher, too.
Just another one of those signs of a great team. Dan Batcher, home plate umpire this game, and Taylor Canoria has moved over to the field. And you're right, she's fighting, Ben.
They don't give up easy, and that tallies the 35-3 record, excuse me. All around, just great softball. Still fighting. I believe that is the 8th, 9th pitch of the at-bat. And as a pitcher, how do you not get frustrated when you're throwing everything you can, you're throwing it in the strike zone, and you just can't get a runner out?
Well, that is just a part of the game right there, and you just continue to work. You kind of watch the signs of the batters, see how they were swinging at each of the previous pitches, and, you know, you hope, oh.
With the pop-up, Sun getting her eyes, but center fielder makes the catch. For Blanco, that's the best we can get out of it, just quick out.
Alexa Russo backing up to the warning track on that one right there, about 2 feet from the fence. Able to squeeze that one in for the long out.
She just got under it.
And she was fighting with that sun. You can see her out there right now.
Up next for Tampa is Abby Solt, who went 0 for 4 in the first game of the doubleheader.
Tampa seems to share the wealth there. Solt had 2 hits and 2 at-bats, official at-bats during the first game of this series.
Solt, graduate student from St. Petersburg, Florida. If you're Rollins College, do you believe that they really have a lot of opportunities to get back in the counts?
I do. I really, really do. This is a fast-paced game. You're never really out. And all it takes is one play to really spark momentum. As you see that strike sneak across through the zone.
As you can see early, Tampa's very, very patient at the plate. If it's not something they immediately like, they're not really swinging. Blanco behind the count, 2-1. Just a tad outside. See, in the first game of this doubleheader, that was called a strike all game. So it really changed the eyes of the hitters and the pitchers as well.
Coach Rosa Lefevre's electing to play her team pretty much straight away here. No
Pop
shift.
fly, looks like it's gonna get out of play. No, it did not. Just got out by the, wow. Couldn't see it from our angle, but that was caught. That's 2 outs.
And that was Brooke Tyson ranging all the way over towards the fence and the foul territory right there, making the play. And how many extraordinary plays have we seen from Brooke this season? She is just an extraordinary third baseman.
Up now for the University of Tampa is Keena Creeder, excuse me. She went 2 for 5 in the first game. One-0 count. With a high drive to left, that ball was smoked. And she just, what a great play by the left fielder, just makes the play. That one looked like it was out. It looked like the wind brought that one back in.
How about Zarachnik getting on her high horse, turning the wheels on, rounding that ball off and catching it at the fence, bumping into the fence. Kaylee Zarachnik flashing the muscles. She's another local product, Ben, from right here Lake Brantley High School, Altamont Springs, Florida, which is no more than 8 miles up the road here. And coach not letting them get away. Great play right there by Kaylee, the junior out of Lake Brantley High School. She's a Patriot. And man, what a grab.
Up next for the Rollins College Tars is Brooke Dyson, Cambry Todd, and last is
Grace Germer.
Grace Germer. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Grace Germer just one stolen base away from breaking the all-time Rollins career steals record. Looking for her 100th steal. The guys said that, man, they thought that she had it last game, but it was ruled a wild pitch instead of giving the stolen base on it.
You may want to make her earn it on that one.
And I guess
It's gonna be her 100th one. Got to earn it.
there's so many steals involved with just the strategy in softball that you got to give it to her.
For Brooke, in the first game, she went 1 for 4 with a single. Try and get on base here again. Bottom of the second. Just up. 1-0 count.
And Gwen McGinnis is throwing that heat through the batter zone right now.
Dyson from Claremont, Florida. Previously went to Eastern Florida State.
Now, Gwen started game 1 of this series. Just to let you know, she went the full 7 innings. Only gave up 1 earned run the entire game. And struck out 8.
Wow.
So that was just Friday night, last night. So she's right back in here, starting it off again today.
How do you think she gets her arm ready when she pitches in back-to-back days?
Well, I think it has a lot to do with conditioning, training. The fact that she's a top-notch athlete has a lot to do with it. And then the motion of a pitcher's motion and delivery in softball, it doesn't put the same strain as the motion of a pitch and delivery in baseball with the overhand versus underhand strain that it puts on the body.
See, with baseball and softball both, you both have to, it's really important with your wrist movement. But I feel like with softball, because it's underhand, the wrist movement is actually more important.
With that part, you're absolutely right. And even with the fatigue factor, when you talk about just having the stamina to go hard like that for 2 games in 2 days, you know, you have to tip your hat off and applaud the young lady.
Agreed. Dyson fighting right into the gap, and it drops. There you go. She gets a single there. Great to start off the inning with a base hit, get a runner on.
Great piece of hitting right there
Now batting, the first baseman
by Dyson.
Cambry.
Brooks slapping that one into right field. Line drive, not giving anyone a chance to run under that.
Up now is Cambry Todd. Went 1 for 3 in the second game. One out count.
Kenna Creeler behind the plate for the University of Tampa, doing a good job of framing these balls up.
Just foul. Couldn't get over home plate.
Dan Batts, the home plate umpire, all over that one, on top of it, making sure that everybody knows that that ball was foul.
For both teams, I noticed it's very, very important to get the lead runner to advance, especially with nobody out at the beginning of the inning. With a little dribbler, would try to make a sliding play, but she could not. She just gets there at second. You saw Tyson was very skeptical about going to second. She was afraid it was going to get caught, but great hustle to get there in the second just before the tag.
Kenzie Reynolds ranged for that ball at second base, and, you know, it was just hit just past her. But a great heads-up job of running right there by Brooke Dyson, getting that to halfway point and making sure that once that ball cleared to get in the second where that force is still there.
Grace Germer with a single down the middle. Runner who stands, and she is safe. That's so important, Shep, getting that first run in early.
Big piece of hitting right there by Grace Germer. And she has that RBI, the first RBI of the game. And Tyson on her wheels, getting around third base and getting to the plate. Great job of hit and run and run manufacturing by the Tars.
I have a feeling Rollins College really focused going into the second game on really swinging early in counts. Two men on, two on, nobody out. One run already in for the College Tars. Borky trying to put down the bunt, extend the runners. Just foul.
Rollins threatening early here, and that's a good sign for the team. You know, jumping out right now with nobody on and 2 out. I mean, 2 out and nobody. I mean, 0 outs and 2 on. That is a good scenario for the Tars here early in game 3.
Yeah, for Rollins, they really just have to focus on getting as many runs as they can because against this pitching staff, they don't give up a lot of runs. So they really need to try to get to them early. Try to get more run support for Blanco.
Jenna Borky looking to do just that at the plate.
Just outside. 1-2 count. Jenna Borky. Well, 0 for 3 in the first game of the doubleheader. Fights just to go outside. For the people who parked their cars right there, they are very brave.
I typically park the truck right there, so.
Hopefully it didn't hit your car there, Shep.
Yeah. No, I rode with the wife today. I let them come out to the game and enjoy it. There's a shot.
The pop up to left. Caught by the left fielder. Runners get back. 1 out in the bottom of the second.
Good swing right there by Jenna. She just didn't get all of it. Enough of it right now, but Tar still in business here.
Especially with the wind, you can see it's really affecting the softball when it's in the air. Just outside, running. Oh, got her in a pickoff. Oh, wow. Okay, the first baseman missed the ball. Both runners advance.
And that was aggressive.
Yes, it was. Especially really early in the game at the bottom of the second. But it tends to work out. Now you got 2 runners on with 1 out. A single could score both.
Well, Creedler noticed what I was noticing earlier about the leaning with German leaning over. And
Radnick with the pop-up again, right next to the cars.
Yep, and threw it. She threw it behind her. I mean, just a smart play. I've seen by 2 of the Tars runners already early on here in the game. That time they took the chance, and it didn't help for the Spartans.
Radnick with a line drive in the left field line, scoring both. And that's what you do, Shep. Score 2 runs, make it a 3-0 lead early.
And Kaylee Zaradnik, who made the extraordinary play tracking that last ball to end the top half of this inning, comes through for her team in the clutch with 2 runs off of that line shot down the third base line, standing up double, and 2 RBIs. You can't beat that, baby.
No, you cannot. You really can't. She hit it where nobody was. Just a great hit. Great contact.
And we have some pause in the action right now. As we said,
3 runs in with only still 1 out, Shep.
But look what's going on here now. Gwen McGinnis has exited the circle. And remember, we said that she pitched a full 7 yesterday, and right here in the bottom of the second, the Tars have jumped on her, and she is out of there. And she's going to be replaced by Mariah Galhouse. And if I'm not mistaken, Galhouse just pitched the first game of this series?
Yeah, she pitched 7 innings in the first game. So that's really surprising. They're really trying to stop the bleeding here quick, Shep.
Well, I tell you what, watching her run in from right field to come back into the circle, as a former athlete, I tell you what, I know that feeling. I know the type of courage and heart that it takes to do that. And I am just totally impressed by the fact that she just pitched 7 innings in that first game, and a tough 7 innings at that, because Rollins was not going away. and her team didn't give her the run support, and Rollins had a chance to win that ball game last game. So to watch her come back here in this circle right now and get ready to square off against this Rollins team, that, after pitching 7, man, that is something spectacular.
Yeah, Galhouse with a .52 ERA with a 13-0 record this year, Shep. She throws fast, just outside.
And Devin Hammonds, number 6, Devin Hammonds is checked into right field as Galhouse moved into the mound.
A little slap. It's an infield single, and the runner's testing it at home, and she is safe. Shep, like you said, being a very aggressive.
And right now, when you're playing against the number 2 team in the nation, you don't have anything to lose. You take the chances. You played conservative to end the last game in the doubleheader, and it ended up coming back to bite you, and you lose that game 6-2. Right now, it seems like Coach Rosa Lefevers has taken off the gloves here, and they are throwing haymakers and punches early on in this game.
Yes, it's a night and day difference from game 1 and game 2. More conservative, playing more safe. Now they're just swinging the bat. With 4 runs down with still only 1 out, Shep. With a little dribble to third, getting the force out at second with the fielder's choice for Brie Michelli.
Big second out for the University of Tampa right there as Rollins was starting to really push that snowball downhill, and that thing was gaining some momentum really, really big.
Yes, Shep, and when you only have 1 out for the longest time, getting that second out is such a relief because you're just trying to get outs at this point, trying to stop the bleeding, not make it any worse than it already is. Now up, Maddie Carr catching today, who also catched in the first game as well.
Maddie strong behind the plate and with a runner on first. I'm sure she'd love to keep this momentum going for the Tars here in the bottom of the second.
Against this Tampa team, there's no such thing as scoring enough runs.
Right, you want to give Camila Leon Blanco as much security blanket as possible against this team.
With a little dribbler towards third, just foul. The spin on the ball today has been absolutely incredible.
A lot of that has to do with the spin coming off of the pitcher's hands, and that's what's making that ball come off of that bat a whole lot differently as they line up straight away.
Just low. Another steal. Runner advances to second.
Brie Michelli with the heads-up play right there, seeing that that ball wasn't handled cleanly and taking advantage of it to get into second with a stolen base.
Now getting in a scoring position for Carr. Just outside. You see, Shep, this umpire does not like the outside pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the second. Maddie Carr with the dribbler to second, and that will end the bottom of the second. Not before the Tars put up a 4 spot, Shep.
That's right, 1 left on, 4 runs off of 5 hits, and that 1 runner left on. And how about that for a statement inning from the Tars?
Yes, Shep, and that's what they wanted. They wanted to score runs quick. They wanted to score runs fast to give more support for Blanco because Tampa's not going to give up here. They're not going to quit. They're going to keep on swinging aggressively. They're going to keep on swinging hard.
Well, this is a presentation of Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. It is Sunshine State Conference softball in its finest. The number 2 team in the nation, the University of Tampa, coming into town to play the Rollins Tars right here at Martin Luther King Jr. Ballpark in Winter Park, Florida. I'm Mike Shepard with Ben Weiss. We're going to pause for 1 moment for, to pay some bills, but we'll be right back with you after this. We are back to action here as Camilo Leon Blanco steps to the mound, back to the circle rather. Mike Shepard and Ben Weiss on the call for you. Tars jumping out 4-0 in the bottom of the second. And there's out number 1 as Kate, I believe it is.
Now batting the shortstop number 17.
Kate DeSimone.
DeSimone. All right. Okay, I see her there, number 7, Kate DeSimone, flies out to Brooke Tyson in foul territory for out number 1.
Up now.
And there
was McKenna.
And that shot by McKenna DiMartino falls in, a C&I single.
Now batting the second baseman number 20, Kenzie Reynolds.
And so DiMartino reaches, and now to the plate with 1 runner on is Kenzie Reynolds, the second baseman, and she fouls that one off. Spartans looking to get those runs back that they gave up in the bottom of the 4th, Ben. And Kenzie Reynolds in the 9-hole here, trying to spark something. Tars playing her straight away. And there's a pop fly. It's coming back, but it looks like, and it is able to be handled right there by Maddie Carr for out number 2 of the inning. Carr turning her back to the infield right there, Ben, and really squeezing that one in. Textbook catcher fly out.
Yeah, for Leon Blanco, it's pretty ideal getting 2 quick outs to start the inning after your team just put up 4 in the bottom of the inning. So it's very good. Very good for Blanco.
Back to the top of the lineup here, Lauren Fantone. Back to the plate, and she flew out to the center fielder her first time up. She hit a blast to deep center, but wasn't deep enough, and it was squeezed in by Jenna Borky. Now with the runner on and 2 outs. Count runs to no balls, 2 strikes. She finds herself behind. Only 1 hit so far in the games for the Spartans. And there's Leon Blanco sending one out of the zone, looking to get her to chase.
Shep, do you notice the huge gap between center and right? If I'm a lefty hitting right there, you aim for right for that gap, correct?
Well, I tell you what looks like a big gap with the way that this softball travels, that's pretty much straight away. And there's a ball hit to the other gap right there, and it's squeezed in by Jenna Borky. And right there, that was the answer to your question. Do you see how much ground Jenna Borky covers just with that fly ball?
Yes.
So with Jenna Borky there and the speed of Bree Parentoni over in right field, what may look like a gap to some, I think they're really, really closer than, it's like the mirrors on your car says objects are closer than they appear, and that is exactly what you get from this squad.
Very, very true. You can see, too, the wind's moving to the right side, so for the left fielder, that was a lot harder than it looked.
Wind really, really blowing out well, and I'm very impressed with what we've seen so far from Camilo Leon Blanco. She throws a very hard fastball and a very heavy off-speed pitch, and it really leaves batters struggling to figure out how to get good contact on it.
Yes, when you have that differential, like when it comes to pitches, it's really hard to read. Like, you never know what to expect. When you expect a fastball, it's the off-speed. You expect the off-speed, it's the fastball. So when you really have that variety, it really makes it harder on the hitters.
And speaking about making it hard on hitters, Mariah Galhouse is back in the circle. And she's tough. She almost makes you want to call it the squared circle, like the wrestling ring there, but she's back in the circle, and she'll face off against Walker, Tyson, and Todd here in the bottom of the 3rd, and firing in a first pitch strike to start the inning.
Shep, how important is it to get the first pitch strike?
Well, it does a lot of things for you. First of all, it puts the batter at a disadvantage. Secondly, it builds the confidence, you know. And third, it gives you just a chance to see where that strike zone is and be able to play around with it as ball 2 comes in there. And now she's falling behind the count. 2 balls, 1 strike.
What I noticed with Gilhouse, she has a very deceptive pitch. You notice that? She doesn't go completely around, which really I feel like deceptive.
But Jaden Walker does not care as she sends that one past the outstretched arms of shortstop McKenna DiMartino for another leadoff base hit for the Tars. And now we're starting to see that's 2 innings in a row that we've seen the Tars get the leadoff runner on the bag. And we saw what they did last inning with that leadoff runner on, putting up 4. And they are looking to keep the accelerator pressed.
What's really impressive, after a demoralizing end of the first game, giving up 4 in the top of the ninth, excuse me, it's really good to see how their confidence, they're worried about this game. Last game's in the past, just focusing on this game now, and you can tell.
Well, losses like that can do way more for your character than big wins as Brooke Dyson chops one high and into left field. Back-to-back hits by the Tars to start off the bottom of the 3rd here, and now they're jumping on Gilhouse.
Yes, what I noticed, they're swinging at first pitches more often, way more than they did in the first game. They were more trying to work the counts in the first game, and now they're up to bat. They're out there swinging.
Camry Todd to the plate now. And she looks at a first pitch strike. Runners on first and second. And again, no shift in the defensive alignment for the Spartans. As Camry looks at that one high and inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike here, no outs. Runners on first and second. Tars lead early, 4-0. And there's a squibbler down the third base side. It'll roll foul. And we'll reset with 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Camry Todd at the plate.
Shep, already in this game, 8 for 14 in the at-bats today for Rollins.
Swinging the bat well here in this second game as Todd lets that one go high through the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. And there's a shot that's off the end of the bat. Charging hard is the left fielder, Lauren Fantone, and she comes in and squeezes that one for the first out of the inning.
Stepping up to the plate is the shortstop, number 21, Grace.
That ball came very, very awkward off of the end of Camry's bat right there.
Yeah, that'll make your hands tingle for a little bit.
Here's Grace Germer, who was huge in the last inning, and she's already back up here again this inning. She started the RBI parade off with her single to center at her first at-bat.
Rollins really focusing on getting those runners advanced in the scoring position because when they have this game, they're bringing them in.
Grace looks at that one low through the zone for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Just 1 out and 2 runners on. And if they could get at Gilhouse right here, that would be awesome for these Tars. As that ball comes in high and hot. 2 balls, 1 strike. Little activity down in the Tars dugout as that ball misses the zone for ball 3. And Gilhouse shaking her head on that one, thinking that she had a strike. But instead, it's 3 balls, 1 strike now. And that's ball 4 as it gets away from the catcher. And Grace Germer takes her base. Now we have bases loaded here for Jenna Borky.
Number 25, Jenna Borky.
Borky 0 for 1 on the game today. Her first at bat. As Creedler goes up and has a conversation with her pitcher. They're talking a little strategy.
And for Gilhouse, again, like you said before, Shep, she's already pitched today. So maybe you can tell that fatigue's hitting in a little bit, but Really just trying to focus on getting strikes through the plate now.
Well, Jenna looks at that one low through the zone. 4-1. Bases loaded here, 1 out. Bottom of the third. If you're in the area, you have time to get over here to watch these Tars take on the #2 team in the nation here in Game 3 of this series. Game 2 of today's doubleheader. And there's a foul ball running the count to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Nowhere to put anybody on them. Jenna Borky at the plate. And there's a shot by Borky, and it's down the line. Foul ball is called. Heavens to Murgatroyd. I thought I saw that thing kick up a little white chalk on the line there.
I was just about to say, Shep, that looked like it hit some white right there.
But what do I know? I'm just in the press box. Dan Batts with the call foul there. And there's a shot right back up the middle. The force play at the plate will be made for out number 2.
High IQ play by the second baseman there.
Man, what appeared to be a bases clearing, what could have been a triple or a double down the line, falls just foul. And there it is, out number 2, bases still loaded. Zaratnik comes in, sending that one to the opposite side, and it's a foul. In foul territory. And it was dropped by the right fielder, Hammonds. That would have been out number 3, ending the threat here in the bottom of the third. But Kaylee Zaratnik will have a chance again, and she was big in the first inning as well.
If you're Tampa, you really hope that doesn't come back and bite you, Shep.
She looks at strike 2 there. Remember, she had a 2 RBI double her first time at bat. A great defensive play earlier as well. And there's a shot, and it comes off, and the out at second. That's going to be a 6-4 force out at second base to end the inning. So the Tars put up four more hits, but leave 3 stranded on the pads. Nothing doing here in the bottom of the third. Tars still lead it 4-0 over the University of Tampa Spartans. You're watching the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. I'm Mike Shepard, along with Ben Weiss. We'll be back right after this.
Ready to experience the thrill of the chase? Introducing Layton Sports Cards, your ultimate destination for sports card enthusiasts worldwide. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, we've got everything you need to fuel your passion for the hobby. We rip everything from baseball, basketball, football, soccer, and so much more. You can find us live 7 days a week on YouTube and Twitch. So why wait? Visit our website now and start building your collection today. Your passion delivered at LaytonSportsCards.com.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams, discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Up next for Tampa is Lily Keister. Just high. 1-0 count to Keister.
Rare first pitch ball right there from Camila Leon Blanco. She's been doing really well, working ahead of batters this game.
with a high pop-up to the left, but that will be out of play in the bushes. Keister from Freedom High School in Tampa. One count. Just outside. Two one count, nobody on, top of the fourth. And another pop-up right behind us.
Keister, a fighter up there in that box, just as we've seen, as you talked about it earlier. He's appeared in 37 games this season.
Ump not taking that outside pitch today. Not in this second game of the doubleheader. Keister working the count to 3-2.
Keister batting .386 in conference play. I mean, she is a force.
High drive, diving play. What a catch by the left fielder there. Wow. Spread her wings and fly there, Shep. What a catch.
When I tell you right now that Kaylee Zaratnik has made 2 web gems in this game already, you have to believe me. That first one up against the wall to end the first inning was tremendous. But just when you think you can't see anything better from her, she goes and does that. How about that? Stretching out, laying out in foul territory, squeezing that one.
Some superwomen abilities.
Now batting for the Spartans, the right field number 21.
Up now for the Spartans is Mariah Galehouse. Trying to help her cause here as well as being the pitcher for Tampa.
Well, if you're Kaylee Zaratnik, tell me you want to win without telling me you want to win. That's how you show me.
Exactly, Shep. Just up. 2-0 count.
I was able to compose myself right there. I was ready to hit my Ric Flair woo for that one when she caught that ball.
Little dribbler to the dirt. 3-0 count.
Rare,
oh, go ahead.
I was about to say a rare occasion that we've seen Camila Leon Blanco fall behind on a batter like this.
See, if you're Tampa, do you just want to get base runners at this point? Every time there's a 3-0 count, 3-1 count, taking all the way there. Right down the middle, 3-1 count.
Well, if you're Tampa, with your record and what you've done on the field this year, you're not really even worried at this point in the game about a 4-point deficit.
I feel like at this point, it's just at-bat, by every at-bat.
Well, you understand it's a 7-inning game. You know what your points per game average is. You know how to put up. You know that you've had big innings in not just this series, but series all season long. So you're just gonna take it one at bat at a time, one inning at a time, and try and fight your way back in it.
Galehouse fighting here. Working all the way down from 1-2, now to 3-2.
And it starts with calling on your big dogs, like Mariah Galehouse. One of the best in the nation right now.
3-2 pitch. Just outside. Good at bat there. Getting on for opposing hitters.
Leon Blanco was able to battle back in there, but the one thing that she didn't want to do was give Galehouse something that she could really put that bat on. And so she tried to get her to chase one outside the zone. And I tell you what, it's better to have her standing over there on first with one out on the board than to have her circling the bases and pulling this team within 3.
Now off for the University of Tampa, power hitter Alexa Russo. who did in the first game of the doubleheader hit a home run to really bust open the game.
Russo fouling that one off.
0-1 count, 1 out, top of the 4th. Alexa Russo at the plate. 0 for 1 currently today in this game.
She flew out to center field, her first at bat.
With a hard cut and miss. And this, if you're Blanco here, this is what you want. The more 0-2 counts, more favored counts for the pitchers.
And this is what we've seen her typically do this game, is work ahead of batters. This is what we've seen her do all throughout the course of the season, is work ahead of batters.
Very, very outside there.
That was a good chase pitch right there. That ball has some great left to right action on it.
Great 0-2 pitch.
Or right to left action, rather.
Russo just pinching it out there. Just getting the bat on that. Fighting through this at bat. 1-2 count. Alexa Russo, also from Tampa, Florida. Very inside.
Looks like that one just missing, but great patience at the plate by Russo to lay off of that pitch.
Working the count to 2-2. Poking that ball out right to the first baseman with a good catch. There's 2 outs now for Rollins.
And how about Leon Blanco coming back in right there and winning the battle against the power-hitting Russo? And, I mean, she threw some extraordinary pitches right there, got ahead of her, then didn't give her anything good to look at, came back towards the zone with something good to look at, but just nothing that Russo could really get that bat on.
Yeah, you noticed a lot through that at bat, a lot of swinging outside the zone. A pitch right for a ball. Up now for Tampa's Abby Solt.
And so
Beautiful inside pitch there. Look at the count, 1-1.
Solt all for 1 with a fielder's choice. Hitting into a fielder's choice, her first at bat.
1-1 count. Just early there, pulls that one into the street there.
Well, I tell you what, Solt just showed me something about her hands, because she turned on that inside pitch and was able to get the fat part of the bat on a pitch that was way inside. What that's telling me as a hitter is that she has some tremendous hand speed through the zone.
You can tell with a lot of these Tampa hitters as well, they love to pull the ball. Runner, no throw. Runner advances to second.
That ball came in the dirt with Maddie, so she couldn't grab it clean.
That is a steal for Mariah Galehouse, hoping her own cause here, trying to bring a runner in. 2-2 count, 2 out, top of the 4th. Or Abby Solt.
Abby Solt with that runner in scoring position.
The 3-2 pitch. Just inside, and she will get the walk there. A little bit too inside for the ump's liking there.
Rollins fans not too pleased with that call, as the 333 hitting Solt takes a free bag. And now you're in a situation where you got 2 runners on here, 2 outs. And this game could get really, really interesting.
Yeah, if you're Keena Kreidler here, You're really trying to knock one over the bleachers here, knock one over the fence here. My apologies. She's got the power to do so. Catcher from Newport, Florida.
And now Coach Rosa Lefevers is going to go out and talk to her team.
Shep, what do you think she's telling them out there?
Well, I don't like to guess at what's going on, and I haven't had any conversations with her around, you know, what she's doing. But as she makes points and just by reading her body language, she's talking real defensive strategy right now on what her expectations are for the team. You saw her point towards Bree Michelle's position at second base. You saw her point towards the third base side, an indicator between that shortstop and third base position. So it looks to me like she was really talking defensive alignment and strategy, more so than anything concerning to her freshman pitcher, Camila Leon Blanco.
So Leon Blanco here, it really just don't throw anything down right in the middle of the plate, because with one swing of the bat, you can make this a one-run game, Shep.
Well, Leon Blanco placing a beauty right there on the inside corner. It was called ball 2.
2-0 count. 2 on, top of the 4th for the Spartans. And if you're Keena here, 3-0 count, 2 runners on, you're taking here. Unless you're very, very, very aggressive.
And Creela looks at that strike.
And for Tampa, this is the first time in this game where they have had runners in scoring position, so you really got to make up for it here.
Bit of a sarcastic applause from the Rollins fans there, indicating that they're glad that the home plate umpire knows what a strike zone is and that it exists.
With a base hit, and they will hold all of them. This will be bases loaded now with 2 outs. Excuse me, a little 2-out rally here for the Spartans here, Shep.
Well, I tell you what, things went from Rollins in charge to quite dangerous right now. When you have the potential tying run coming to the plate now, and it could take one swing of the bat to even this thing out. And just that quickly, the Tars have loaded these bases, 2 outs, bases loaded.
Just inside again. See, Shep, I noticed with the inside pitch, it's been kind of a hit or miss for this umpire, I noticed.
Yeah, I haven't seen an inside strike called as of yet. Everything seems to be middle of the plate and outward.
If you're Leon Blanco here, you really just got to remember, one pitch gets you out of this. So that's really all you have to be thinking about there. Throw strikes. She's down the count 2-0. This all started from a single right down the middle, Shep.
Well, Katie DeSimone from Royal Palm Beach, Florida, ahead in the count now.
Gets it in there for the strike. That's what she needed right there. She needed the strike zone right there. She needed the strike right there.
That strike zone has been very, very small for her this inning.
2-1 count, bases loaded for the Spartans.
There's a pop-up.
Just missed the catch.
Oh, nearly out of the inning right there. And now you got to kind of wonder if she should have yielded to Brooke Tyson on that. Both were right there moving towards the dugout. You got to kind of wonder if Brooke should have called her off for that one at any rate.
And the pitch down. She looks like she's getting out of it, and she got the force out at second. What a great way to get out of that jam. Giving up no runs there. Great job by Leon Blanco. That's another 0 up with the board for the Spartans. Coming up for the Tars will be Parentoni, Michele, and Carr. The Rollins College Tars.
It's the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network coverage of Rollins Tars versus the University of Tampa Spartans. Mike Shepard and Ben Weiss on the call. We'll be right back with you after this.
MCA Transportation, celebrating 20 years of excellence, is proud to support Rollins College Athletics. Contact us for all your motor coach transportation needs, both locally and long distance. We operate a late model fleet of deluxe European designed motor coaches with a capacity up to 56 passengers. All our motor coach operators are not only highly trained in the safe operation of the vehicle, but also highly trained in customer service to make your trip smooth. MCA Transportation for all your motor coach transportation needs.
Leading off, the bottom of the fourth for the Tars, the right fielder, number 1, Bree Barantoni.
Welcome back to the Sunshine State Digital Network. Ben Weiss alongside Michael Shepard. Bottom of the fourth.
Barantoni back in it now.
Barantoni 1 for 2 in this game with the RBI.
Barantoni with her slap hitting style of play. And look where they're playing her in left field. Left fielder is really just a deep shortstop right now where she's playing Barantoni. And look at the space in right field, left field.
As well as the gap in between short and second ship.
A lot of places for Barantoni to get creative.
Especially with that speed, that slap hitting always comes in clutch.
Another strike called there.
2-2 count for Barantoni.
Bree single with an RBI, her last at bat.
Yale House with a slapper towards short. With that speed, with a wild throw, she will advance to second on the wild throw, potentially even third. She had a little hesitation there, and she gets there. With that speed and that hustle, she gets from first to third on an error from the shortstop.
Bree is so fast, she outran herself right there. She didn't know where she was. She thought she was still in between first and second, but really she had already made it to second and was easily into third, standing up there. And now the Spartans will talk it over. As for 3 innings in a row now, Ben, we've seen the leadoff batter for the Tars reach the bags, and this time all the way to third base.
Yes, and even really with just a mishap throw to the outfield, you get from first to third. That's ideal there.
Well, I have to say that with the way that ball was hit, the amount of time that it took to get to the shortstop right there, Bree was already at that bag before the errant throw came in, and it almost looked like the first baseman thought that the shortstop was just going to hold it.
Yeah, for Alexa Russo, she was probably concerned about the speed of Barantoni, and that probably made the throw an error. 2-0 count for Bree Michelli up to bat. 2-0 count. What I noticed, Shep, with the difference between game 1 and game 2 for Gale House is 2-0 counts compared to 1-2 counts. It's a big difference.
Indeed it is, as she's running 3-0.
Taking all the way there. Good at bat there for Michelli. Making it first and third with nobody out. For Rollins trying to extend the lead.
And that has to be frustrating as home plate umpire Dan Batts saying that ball came through low through the zone.
Now up for Rollins is Maddie Carr, who's 0 for 2 on the day.
Now we see a shift in the infield, Ben, as you can see the shortstop and second baseman both in even with the bags.
Runner going to second, and you got her in a squeeze there. And everybody's safe. Now there's a runner. Shep, I couldn't tell you what just happened right here.
I can tell you what just happened there. Somebody put a whistle on Bree Michelli right now because she's hard to find. I mean, for real. She just created a rundown. She put Kenzie Reynolds into a position as to where if you're going to commit to getting this runner at first base, or are you going to let this runner from third base come home and score? Bree Michelli knew that she was in there. She saw the confusion on her and took full advantage of her. Incredible base running right there by Bree Michelli.
From all these years of me watching softball as well as baseball, I can say I've never seen that before.
I can say that that was one of the tricks of the trade that we used to run back in Little League baseball.
Got the pickle.
You definitely would create the pickle.
0-2 count for Maddie Carr. With a dribbler towards home. 1 run will score. Great play by Solt to get the runner at third. But the Tars do add another run to the board, making it 5-0 in the bottom of the fourth.
That was Kenzie Reynolds actually getting that runner at third. The second baseman, that ball deflected off of McKenna DiMartino, the shortstop, and ended up into Kenzie Reynolds' hands, and she made that play over there at third. But the run scored. Tars with a little bit more insurance now.
Now up, Jaden Walker. Jaden Walker with a little dribbler towards short. We'll get the double play there to end the inning and stop the bleeding there, Shep. Only adding 1 run in the bottom of the fourth.
But not before the damage was done. 1 run on 2 hits for the Tars in the bottom of the fourth. Ben Weiss, Mike Shepard here. We're going to go ahead and take a break, pause for the call. Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. We'll be back with you in a moment for more Tars baseball. Softball, excuse me.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Welcome back to the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Mike Shepard here with Ben Weiss. It's the Tars out ahead of the Spartans now, 5-0, moving into the top of the 5th inning. And this game so far, Ben, has been all Tars since the very first pitch.
Yeah, Shep, they've been really focusing, especially when it comes to the hitting aspect of first pitch swings. First pitch swings, and it really tends to be working well for them so far.
DiMartino, Reynolds, and Fantone up for Tampa here in the top of the 5th. Camila Leon Blanco at the mound, pitching a gem as that one is fouled back. I think it woke my daughter up from a nap. The Big Bang Theory here at Martin Luther King Jr. Park in Winter Park, Florida. Leon Blanco delivers, and that one's out of the strike zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. And this is Kylie Seawick in to bat now, her first at bat of the game. As she comes in and pinch hits. Swung on and missed. 4 strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes now.
Seawick first game in both games of the doubleheader did not appear in the first game. So for University of Tampa trying to get more players from the bench on this game, especially in the last game of the series.
It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. If you're watching the scoreboard, that says 2 balls, 1 strike. That is not the count. 1-2. As Camila Leon Blanco continues to work ahead of these batters. Saw a little trouble last inning, was able to get out of that bin, and now finding herself with a 5-run lead to work with as she throws that one in and it's fouled back. Count remains.
Shep, it's hard to believe that University of Tampa is 2 for 14 in this game compared to how they've been hitting all season.
Leon Blanco has everything to do with that. 1 ball, 2 strikes, not to mention some extraordinary defensive play. We've seen some good defense by Jenna Borky and then some just extraordinary defense by Kaylee Zaradnik out in left field. You put those things together, and that's what you see right now with this 5-0 Tars lead.
You could just tell this team did not want to get swept today, Shep. And the game's not over still. Not saying anything right now, but.
A lot of softball left to play here just in the top of the 5th. Swung on, missed for strike 3, and they'll toss that one around the horn as Camila Leon Blanco feeling herself from inside the circle and getting strikeout number 1 of the day.
And Shep, when you have a 5-run game like this, I feel like as a pitcher, you have so much more confidence because now it's, yeah, you don't want to get too careless with your pitching, but you really just get the ebb and flow of the game.
Ava Ramirez now into the game, and this will be her first at-bat as well. So the Spartans using this as a chance to substitute in some players and get some at-bat appearances from some of their other rostered players. As Leon Blanco falls 2-0 in the count.
Ava hitting with a .222 ERA in 9 games played this year for the Spartans.
Ava from Tampa, Florida, transfer from the University of West Georgia. The Wolves up there in Carrollton, Georgia. Very familiar with that program. Originally out of Plant High School. And there's an inside strike called by Dan Batts. We'll call that last. That must have been Camila Leon Blanco's eclipse pitch because we haven't seen too many strikes on the inside called today. And there's a shot deep. Running, going back, and making the grab is Jenna Borky. Shades of Willie Mays out there in center field as she squeezes that one in. Covered a lot of ground on that one.
Now batting the left fielder number 8, Lauren Chantone.
She must own those shoes because you can't run in lease shoes that far.
Love that comparison, Shep.
Oh, yes, indeed. She covered a lot of ground right there to squeeze in and get out number 2. And Camila Leon Blanco is just on fire right now. She is everywhere that she needs to be in the strike zone. She is there. And she's looking at a tough batter here in Lauren Fantone, who sends that one straight away to center field for out number 3. And we've completed 4.5 now. Nothing doing in the top of the 5th inning, Ben. How about this performance that you're seeing from the true freshman, Camila Leon Blanco, from right up the road here?
She's killing it, Shep. That's really all you can really put it. 5 shutout innings against a really, really good Tampa team. And if that doesn't give you confidence moving forward into the rest of the away games going forward for the Tars, I don't know what else does.
Well, that is some good work right there so far from Leon Blanco. Due up for the Tars in the bottom half of the 5th is going to be Tyson Todd and Germer. And, you know, right now it's just about 6 outs left to get against this University of Tampa team. And again, they are such a dangerous team that you want to take full advantage of the bottom half of your inning right now to really, really run that score up, give yourself more of a security blanket, and put your coach in a position to where if Camila Leon Blanco gets in any kind of trouble, that she has the room to be able to work her way out of it and get out of this game with the win and without having to expend too much with any other arms out of that dugout.
Yeah, Shep, you couldn't say it any more better than that, really. It's really just keep on gaining more runs. There's no such thing as not enough runs, especially against this University of Tampa team.
Brooke Tyson stepping in now, looking at a first pitch strike. Gail House back on the mound, and she is ahead early in the count, 0-2. And I mean, I just really have to tip my hat to Mariah Galehouse. Right now, she has come in and pitched 2.5 innings, and that's on top of the 7 that she pitched in that first game. So right now, she's at 9 2/3 innings.
As well as not giving up any runs as well. It's keeping that ERA at an insane .52.
And there's a dribbler down the side, and it goes foul, squeezed in by Alexa Russo in foul territory. And Brooke, who after the end of that first game went straight to the cage and was in there getting some quality swings in, grounds that one over to third and is out for the first out of the inning. And that's going to bring up Cambry Todd. Todd 1 for 2 here in the game. She singled her last time up.
And Shep, for the Tars, really hitting .429 this game. That's really a recipe for good softball. You can't do much better than that.
It really is. There's a shot by Todd. That ball's going back. Can you dig it? Cambry Todd with the long ball. Cambry Todd sending the yard over the deepest part of the field, straight away center field, and the Tars extend that lead to 6-0.
Yeah, Shep, when you saw that, the second that she hit that ball, she looked right into the dugout, and she didn't even have to look at it. She knew that one was gone. That was awesome. What a swing. Show some real power there, Shep.
Knocked the laces out of the ball right there, did Cambry Todd. And the Tars now up 6-0. And Grace Germer in the game. Again, Grace Germer with 99 career steals as a Tar. She is 1 away from the record. What is your bet that if she gets on the bags here, that she'll be off and running as we see strike 2 called?
I don't want to say the word guaranteed, Chef, but it's pretty hard not to try to get your 100th steal in your last home game of the year.
Well, I tell you what, if it was me, I could tell you that I'm going. Safer out. I'm going to try it to get that record.
No matter what the first base coach says, you're going no matter what.
I mean, almost immediately, especially after being inspired what Bree Michelle did in the last inning with creating confusion on the base pads. I'm throwing my hat into the ring as well if I'm Germer. There's a high chopper. Oh, what a great play by Alexa Russo, stretching out for that one and making a great play from third base. I mean, solid in every aspect of the game is this Russo kid over at third. She is defensively sound. She extended up to get that ball, made a great play over the first, but then we've seen what she can do with her bat today.
Yeah, and in case you missed it today too, she also in the first game of the doubleheader, she got cleated in the face during a play at third, so it was good to see her still be in this game, as well as continue the last game.
Jenna Borky now with Russo ranging to her left and making the play, spinning and getting the third out of the inning, but not before the Tars tack on one more off of a tremendous home run to straightaway center by Cambry Todd. the replay, if you just take a look at it, that ball comes off of that bat, and it is a no-doubter. Like you said, she looked back in the dugout, and that ball still hasn't landed yet. We might be able to find it somewhere at the Sunrail track in downtown Winter Park, but I'll let you know when I go hunt for it after the game today. This is the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. I'm Mike Shepard alongside my man Ben Weiss. We'll be right back with you after this.
One from the Princeton Review to Condé Nast Traveler regularly ranks Rollins as one of America's most beautiful college campuses. Zoom in, though. Take, for example, our conference-style learning environment. Consider the dozens of high-end laboratories and collaborative workshops. Drop in on the professional performance venues where our student artists hone their crafts. Stroll by the courts and playing fields where our student athletes develop lifelong leadership skills. Take a closer look at Rollins, and you'll realize our beauty runs deep.
Leading off the top of the sixth for the Spartans, the center fielder number 3.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Sunshine State Sports Network. Ben Weiss alongside Michael Shepard in the top of the sixth. Leading off for Tampa is Lily Keister.
Keister yet to reach base today. Oh for 2.
Surprising, in the first game of the series, Keister going 3 for 4. Ball was hit just fouled down the left field line.
That just means that she's looking to regain her mojo right here. Every time you step in the batter's box and you've missed a couple of opportunities, then you know that next time is your opportunity to regain that mojo.
With the bunt towards the pitcher, Leon Blanco, just out. Great concentration there, because at those times you seem to panic, but she kept cool and cool, and she got the out.
How about Bree Michelle in her rotation? Camry Todd charging hard from over there at first on that one. Bree Michelle getting on her wheels and getting over there to first, making that bang-bang play favor the Tars.
Now up for Tampa is Maria Galehouse. Just inside and low. 1-0 count, 1 out. Top of the sixth.
Right, Galehouse here reached on a walk her last time. She was one of the 3 players left stranded in the top half of the fourth rather.
Galehouse with the foul ball down the right.
Galehouse, one that can hurt you with one swing of the bat.
Especially giving up that home run, she'd love to do it herself.
Well, you can just tell how much of a competitor Galehouse is in everything that she does on the field of play.
Yeah, before the first game of the doubleheader, Shep, she was hitting .362 on the year. So she sees the softball well.
Yeah, after that performance she put up in the first game, I'm more than certain that average has creeped up.
2-1 count. Just outside, 3-1.
Tars.
And the pitch. That was an inside pitch called a strike, Shep. That's
Right.
maybe the second one today.
And Galehouse was halfway down the first base line thinking that was ball 4 with the count being run full now.
Blanco working the count full. And the pitch. Just fouled that one off. Going right back into the inside.
This season, .452 on base percentage for Gale House. .552 slugging percentage.
Gale House with another inside pitch towards the street. Thankfully, there's nobody driving. No broken windows. As Blanco is really favoring the inside pitch here. The last 3 pitches have all been inside, Chip.
Pitcher versus pitcher battle right here. Only one pitcher is in the batter's box.
And that is a base hit right down the middle in between short and second for Gale House. Great at bat there.
Low line drive, hands on top of the ball, bat through the zone quickly. I mean, just picture perfect softball batting experience right there when you watch Gale House.
And it's surprising seeing all those inside pitches. That one was outside. She was ready for it.
That's where the meat of the bat is.
With the pop towards second and gets the out there. Exactly what you needed after a long at bat like that, Shep.
Right, that one pitch at bat right there to Alexa Russo, who can really do damage, has to be a good confidence builder late in the game here for Camila Leon Blanco.
Now up for Tampa's Abby Solt. 0 for 1 on the day.
Solt drew a walk her last time up.
Solt before today hitting over 300. I think about 333. Wind starting to pick up, going towards right field again. A 1 count, 2 out. Top of the 6th for the Spartans. With a great catch over the netting. Wow, this team is playing defense, Shep, with a catch right inside the netting. Wow.
I thought it hit the net, but it didn't. We're going to watch this one on replay, as that's Maddie Carr trailing back and making a tremendous play right there. Incredible. Kissing the net with Maddie Carr. And man, she walks away with a critical 3rd out to end the top of the 6th. And Tar is now just 3 outs away from catching a victory and leaving out of this day with a victory over the #2 team in the nation.
And these Tars defenders are playing for their pitcher right here, Leon Blanco, she's having a great game. 6 shutout innings, Shep. Can't ask for nothing better on the last game of a homestand.
And now we see a pitching change for the Spartans. That's number 25, Kelsey Winters, coming in. The sophomore from Wesley Chapel, Florida, transferred in from Iowa. And Wesley Chapel just up the road from the University of Tampa. One of the newer areas when you talk about development-wise in the Tampa area, not too far from the University of South Florida. You know, you head north on Bruce B. Downs and it'll run you into the Wesley Chapel area, one of my favorite areas in Tampa because of the mall and the restaurants. Just a really nice area of Tampa.
As well as the campus itself. University of Tampa is a beautiful campus. I've seen pictures. I've never been there, but still a beautiful campus. Just the state of Florida is so beautiful.
Indeed it is. As you hear the wind rustling through our microphones, Ben, take us through this bottom of the 6th.
Now up for the Rollins College Stars is Katie Zradnik. Zradnik 1 for 2 on the day with 2 RBIs, knocking in 2.
Kaylee's knocked in 2 RBIs, but she's made 2 tremendous plays in the field. None better than that diving head first catch in foul territory back in the 3rd.
2-0 count. Zradnik looking right there, looking all the way.
You know, even with this 6-0 lead, Tars would really like to put some more runs on the board here, you know, and make everything extremely difficult for this University of Tampa team headed into the last inning. capacity crowd here for senior day at the ballpark.
Kelsey Winters, in 4 appearances this year, has a 2.92 ERA with an 0-1 record sheet. Giving up the walk right there to Zaradnik.
And Kaylee Zaradnik can move on those base paths as well.
Next up for Rollins is Bree Parentoni.
Parentoni's done some damage today, 2 for 3 at the plate. Getting all the way around the third to lead off last inning.
Check back the bunt there.
Kenna Creeder thought about throwing down behind the runner again. Held on to the ball that time and got it back to her pitcher.
1 ball, no strikes. Nobody out. 1 runner on. Throwing back to first. Just hops out of the first baseman's glove.
That time Creeder throws it on down. She held on to it and thought about it that first time. At that time, Kenna Creeder let it go.
Parentoni with a slap right down the middle. And that will be another single for her with 3 singles on the day. Way to get on base.
And just a great job of hitting right there by Bree Parentoni, right outside the reach of Kylie Seawick, who's checked in over there at shortstop. And once again, the Tars no outs with 2 runners on.
For Bree Michelli. Michelli trying to knock in a run here. In 2 appearances today, she's got a walk and a hit, so she's been on base. She's gotten on base. Hoping to continue it here.
Hit into a fielder's choice back in the
the bunt right in front of us. Shep, like you said, you can't score enough runs against this Tampa team, so swinging for the fences here?
The secret is to definitely keep piling it on. There's no such thing as conservative softball until the game is over.
Just up. And the pitch. With a high drive towards right field. And she makes the catch. I don't believe the second baseman knew that it was caught. I believe it will be a double play. Almost a triple play. What a great play by the center fielder.
And wait a minute, there is confusion on the field.
And the crowd is not happy here.
And Coach Lefevre is not arguing. Coach Roser Lefevre is not debating it with the umpire. Just going in to talk about a change. There was no look to challenge to the second base umpire. And I'm wondering if that has something to do with the 6-point lead.
I do believe that the runner on second base did leave early because she did believe it was a home run. But really, there seems to be a lot of confusion here. But I do believe it was a double play.
They call it a double play. She made no attempt to get back to second base, which is what's making me think that she tagged up. There was no sense of urgency in getting back to second base. Plus, the runner from first made the attempt to go to second. And here it is on replay right here. We're watching it. There's the grab, and she tags up.
So she did tag up. All right.
We're watching the play. The catch was made, and the runner tagged up and went to third. But, you know, again, who are we but press box announcers here?
I still just can't believe that was caught, Shep. That was a great play to keep that from being a 9-run lead.
Incredible catch in center field. by Keister, Lily Keister.
And that's what you love. You really do. You're down 6 runs. You're still having the effort and energy to rob a home run, a 3-run shot.
Not accustomed to having the instant replay here at the softball games, but now that we do today, thanks to Josh and his team, we were able to see right then that there was a tag up on that, but no argument from Rollins on the Rollins side, just eating it and going on into the dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs now.
Now pinch hitting Taylor Hartman. 2-2 count. Way to fight there.
So Bree Michelle almost had a home run there, and man, had that thing pulled and plucked from the tree.
Hartman on the year hitting .286 for the College Tars, Rollins College Tars. And she will strike out to end the inning. And I'm surprised that's not 3 more runs right there, Shep. That was a great play.
Well, definitely a great play out in center field. Not quite sure why that play was called by the home plate umpire, especially since the runner on first, after the runner was safe at third, the runner on first looked to advance to second, catch the defense not paying attention. They threw the ball to second, and no out indication was made when that player stepped on it. They protested the call, and the home plate umpire made the call, made the out call, when the the field umpire was on top of that play. As you can tell when we were watching the instant replay, the field umpire was right there in position watching the tag up. No argument or appeal made to the field umpire right there. And I guess, in a doubleheader Saturday like this with a 6-run lead, your team with momentum, it just didn't feel necessary at that point to appeal it to the ump. Well, let's just pray that there's no 6 runs given up here and that one doesn't come back to bite.
Yes, I have a feeling it was because it was more like a bang-bang play. It all happened so fast. There seemed to be a lot of confusion throughout that whole play right there. So yeah, I feel like it was just a whole bunch of confusion. If we had more replay review, we had challenge reviews, I guarantee it would have been changed, but it happens.
Well, there's a ground ball to start the 7th inning off right there by Kenna Creeder, and she is out as Tyson makes the rocket throw over to third for the first out. And Camila Leon Blanco right now is 2 outs away from a complete game gem of a shutout against the number 2 team in the nation. Tars just 2 outs away from putting this one in the books. And it's Katie DeSimone at the plate, and she looks at ball 1.
For Leon Blanco to do this in the last game in front of their home fans is something you gotta love to see.
And that changeup doesn't find the zone. 2 balls, now no strikes. The pitch. Inside corner is no good, and the Tars infield is all with some very sarcastic smiles on their faces as they thought that was definitely strike 1. 3 balls, no strikes now, and there are 4 straight balls from Leon Blanco, and she's gonna put Kate DeSimone on first base.
And that's not what you want there, Ship, especially with just 2 outs remaining in the game. You just want to start throwing strikes, but sometimes the inside pitch isn't there, but then sometimes it is. So it
now batting pitch hitter number
just
22,
depends.
Ashley Manti.
And now stepping in is Kylie Seawick. Oh, I'm sorry, that is Ashley Manti coming in. Number 22, the lefty here, stepping in the pinch hitting role, and she looks at a first pitch strike.
In 5 games played, she is hitting .500 with 6 at-bats with 3 hits.
And she swings and misses there for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here, top of the 7th, Mike Shepard, Ben Weiss. Has been a real pleasure calling this one with you here today so far.
It's been a fun one.
Looking to see if the Tars can close it out as Manti fouls that one back. And it'll remain no balls, 2 strikes.
Manti from Odessa, Florida, junior.
Runner on first. Kate DeSimone. And that ball said to be outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Today having a very, very tight zone. Not like in the inside or outside very much.
Leon Blanco winding it up. The pitch. And there's a shot in the center field straight away. Jenna Borky runs under that one and squeezes it for out number 2. Clockwork center field play out there by Jenna Borky. And the Tars just 1 out away now. And we're going to get another substitution, Daisy Watterson. Daisy Watterson coming in now with 2 outs and a runner on first. Her first at bat of the game.
In 20 games this year, she is hitting .143. With 1 hit, that happened to be a triple, Shep.
Well, right now, if she hits a triple, it would end the beautiful shutout that Leon Blanco has going right now. This 3-hit shutout. Swung on and missed. And the Tars just 1 strike away now. As Camilla steps back in. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And there's a chase pitch rising out and away from the strike zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's Kate DeSimone over there on first. 1-2 pitch on the way. Delivery.
Today's Shep is not an inside fan.
And that ball is called, that pitch is called a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. 2-2 pitch on the way. Pitch, fouled back into the net. And Watterson stays alive. Daisy, sophomore from Jacksonville Beach, Florida, Fletcher High School. Looks at that pitch as it stays high and outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now the count run full here. 3-2. Top of the 7th. Tars looking to close it out. The pitch. And fouled off back to the street. And Daisy Watterson staying alive here. Leon Blanco taking a little walk around the mound. She readdresses now. 3-2 pitch. And that one is fouled back out of play again.
If you're Kate DeSimone here, you're tired of running from first and second 6 or 7 times.
Here's the pitch. And fouled back into the net. Waterson stays alive. And Leon Blanco, whose pitch count now is up to 111 pitches on the game.
Well, just this at bat, it's been 10 pitches, Shep.
Right, we're talking about 26 batters faced here in just this game. Remember, she had a little bit of work in the previous game as well. And she pitches that one and hits Daisy Waterson. And Daisy gets that free bag. But that was a battle. That was a battle at the plate. And now, number 8, Lauren Fantone steps in. And that's going to get a visit to the mound.
And if you're Leon Blanco, it's really like there's one more out. Just one more out. And that was quite an at-bat. That was 11-12 pitch at bat and ends up hitting the runner. That's probably more than frustrating. It's the batter, excuse me.
Coach Christine Rosa Lefevers comes out to the circle and has a quick little chat with her infield and her freshman pitcher before heading back to the dugout. And Leon Blanco will square off here against the leadoff batter, Fantone. And Fantone looks at a first pitch strike. Runners on first and second here. Tars lead 6-0. Top of the 7th with 2 outs.
Just a bit low, wow.
Fantone keeping that bat back, not chasing. 1 ball, 1 strike.
These are just good pitches, just not being swung at.
And there's a pop foul. Dyson giving chase, but that one's going to be on the other side of the fence. They'll come back to the battery and reset. 1 ball, 2 strikes now, 2 outs, 2 on.
Tampa down to their last strike once again.
Tars fans on the ends of their seats here at Martin Luther King Jr. Ballpark in Winter Park, Florida. The pitch outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes now.
I just can't get over how disciplined these hitters for Tampa are, especially with the 6-run deficit, 2 outs. They're working. They aren't giving up easily.
Late in the game. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that ball low through the zone for ball 3. 3-2 now. Another full count here. And Camille Leon Blanco only really seeing 1 tough inning today, top of the 4th, with the bases being loaded. Now facing a little bit of trouble here in the last. And there's a shot right back up the middle. Let's see. That ball comes off of Leon Blanco's glove, and nobody's going to be able to get to that one. That's going to be ruled an infield hit. 1 shot right back to the pitcher.
Now Shep with 1 swing of the bat. It's a 2-run game.
Just the 4th hit of the game for Tampa. And Lily Keister in now. And we've seen her come in as more of a slap hitter in this game. But she was swinging for power right there as she misses for strike 1.
And Lily hitting 378 before today. You really expect her to make some contact here.
Defense playing straight away, little shallow in left field. And that ball outside and off the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. DeSimone on first, Waterson on second, Fantone on first. Bases loaded here, top of the 7th. Nowhere to put the runner at the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike now, as Camila Leon Blanco trying to get this one closed out for her team.
And the last thing if you want to do here if you're Leon Blanco is give up free run, Ship.
There's a shot into left, and right there is Kaylee Zaratnik. She squeezes it, and this one is in the books. Tars win 6-0 with an incredible 7-inning shutout pitched by Camila Leon Blanco. And how about the freshman and her antics in the circle today?
Oh, it was amazing. Going through a couple tough innings, like the 4th inning as well as this one right here, not keeping her composure and not giving up any runs here, Shep. It was a great way to end the season, especially here at Martin Luther King Jr. Park in Winter Park, Florida, for the Rollins College Tars.
Well, after 2 disappointing losses in the series, both close games, 2-1 on Friday night. It was 2-2 tied up all the way into extra innings for the last game here, the first game of today's doubleheader. Tars dropping it by 4. I mean, to get the win right here is a tremendous accomplishment. What was the biggest thing that you saw that led to the Tars getting the win?
What I noticed today, and I mentioned it a couple other times, is that they were swinging early in counts. They were really getting aggressive, being aggressive, especially with runners on as well. And it worked for them. They went 3 for 10 with runners in scoring position, a lot better than it was the last first 2 games. So it's a great way to end and a great way to going into the next week in their last road games of the year.
Tars finished the game today with 11 hits, 6 runs, no errors. They did leave 6 on the bag, while the University of Tampa in this game 2 of the doubleheader put up no runs, 4 hits. They had 2 errors and left 8 runners on the bags. Tars took complete advantage of that in the second game. You're absolutely right. They were swinging at strikes and looking to get contact early in the at-bats, and it really, really played out to their advantage today.
Yes, as well as the great pitching outing from Leon Blanco. She was absolutely fantastic. Again, like you said, got a couple of hiccups throughout the first couple innings of the game, but really settled in and gave their team a chance to win, and that's exactly what they did.
Well, the Tars hand the Spartans their 4th loss of the season. The Spartans will go to 35-4 after that loss to the Tars, while the Tars improved their record now to 25-12, or 26-12 rather. And again, they are right there in the hunt for one of those top 4 spots, moving into what could potentially be strong postseason play for this Tars softball team.
Yes, Shep, and that's why these last 2 series of the year, going to Eckerd College in St. Petersburg, as well as finishing off the season in West Palm Beach, they really, really, really need to focus on getting these wins to end the year, especially in to get into playoff contention, Shep.
You said it right there, my friend. Tars will take the field again Thursday, April the 17th at 7 o'clock at Eckerd College in St. Petersburg, Florida. Then they'll get on the road for the start of May and head over to West Palm Beach, head down to West Palm Beach rather, to take on Palm Beach Atlantic. And it is 2 crucial series for this Tars softball team if they hope to make postseason play. And they started it off well right here with the way that they played this University of Tampa team this weekend and the way that they closed out the final game of this series, shutting out the number 2 team in the nation. Great softball play, and the young ladies should really be holding their head high after this performance. Well, that is going to do it for us. This has been a presentation of the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. This is the last home game of the season for these Tars. So I want to say a special thank you to everyone who has tuned in to listen to us. A special thank you to the Dan Patrick School of Sportscasting at Full Sail University for allowing students like Ben and myself to be able to come out and call these games. I love the way that the Rollins community has embraced us as a part of their own, and I really enjoyed my time at Full Sail calling the games. I'll be graduating next month, Ben, so this will be my last softball game that I have the opportunity to call here at Rollins, and I'm just so excited that I was able to sit in this chair and see the young ladies put up a victory in my last time in this chair.
And Shep, it was an honor doing this with you. You've been through doing this a lot in baseball as well as softball, and just learning a lot from you throughout my time here at the university, as well as being at the Dan Patrick School of Sportscasting as well. And it's been an honor, and I hope the best for you and your family moving forward, and go Tars.
It's been a pleasure for me as well. As you're seeing in the last little shots here, the seniors down on the field getting their flowers in real time from family and friends. A wonderful thing. Thanks for everybody tuning in today. 6-0 Rollins win this one over the University of Tampa Spartans. You'll be able to see them in action again. Just log in to rollinsports.com and click Watch Live, and you can watch this Rollins softball team live and on demand. For Ben Weiss, I'm Mike Shepard on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin our Senior Day ceremony. The Rollins Athletic Department and the softball coaching staff would like to recognize the seniors who played their final home game at Martin Luther King Jr. Park this afternoon. Head coach Christine Rosa Lefevers and her staff would like to recognize 4 student athletes for their dedication to Tar softball. Please draw your attention to the field.
First, we would like to recognize a pair of fifth years who had their senior day last season and decided to come back and elevate the club for one more season. Grace Sturmer has been a constant in the Tars lineup for the past 5 seasons. She currently has 99 career stolen bases, which is tied for the most in program history. She has a career batting average of .340 and has scored more than 130 runs, putting her 5th all-time in Rollins history. She was a first-team All-SSC selection and one of the best to ever don the blue and gold for Rollins. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for Grace Germer. Jaden Walker joined the Tars in 2021 and has appeared in more than 145 games for Rollins. She has a career totals of 53 runs scored, 74 RBIs, and a slugging percentage over .440 with 17 home runs, putting her in the top 20 in program history. A leader on and off the field, Walker was a team captain and a 4-time honor roll recipient. Ladies and gentlemen, number 18, Jaden Walker. And now we present our senior student athletes. Our first senior from Palm City, Florida, number 7, Emily McMullen. Joining Emily on the field are her parents, Corey and Ken, her brother Connor, and her boyfriend Austin. Emily has spent the past 4 seasons in Winter Park as the most dependable arms on the pitching staff. She has appeared in 97 games with a record of 45-23, posting an ERA of 2.17 and striking out 351 batters across more than 425 innings. In 2023, she threw no hitters in consecutive games against Chestnut Hill and Queens, with the latter being a perfect game effort. Emily was named to the SSC Commissioner Honor Roll each year and will graduate with a degree in elementary education while holding the distinction of Kappa Delta Pi in the field of education. She has accepted a job as a 4th grade teacher at Independence Classical Academy starting in the fall and plans to enjoy her time at home with her dog and the beach this summer. Ladies and gentlemen, number 7, Emily McMullen. And now please welcome our final senior from Azle, Texas, number 14, Bree Mushelli. Bree is joined by her parents, Shelly and Eric. Bree arrived on campus in 2023 after a year at D1 Tarleton State. In her 130 career games for the Tars, she has hit 300 with more than 100 hits and 50 RBIs. This season, she leads the team in slugging percentage and extra base hits. Last year, she was named 2nd team All-SSC and is on pace this year to repeat as an all-conference performer. Bree has been on the honor roll every year since arriving on campus, and she will earn her degree in biology with hopes to work in environmental research or microbiology after graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, number 14, Bree Mushelli. Thank you to our wonderful seniors.